Hello everyone, it's me, it's Tom from Dwarven Moustache, and yeah, I'm trying to do this with a bit of a different setup, as you can probably see. Yeah, what I sort of wanted to do was, according to the term putting the dwarf in Dwarven Moustache, and yeah, a few of these models have been I've had for probably. We're probably talking nearly a year and a half, and I was going to try and do them. Oh yeah, I was going to start building them up roughly about that sort of time for the previous incarnation of this channel, and yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of a video on these models. It's I've not really touched them at all, and I should have. I've just been sort of distracted on doing other projects and things. So what I think, well, I've already sort of, I suppose I've already sort of subconsciously decided how I'm doing this. Looks like I'm going to be doing a bit of an unboxing, and I'm basically going to be presenting what I have from the top down. So these baggies that you can see straight away, we'll go through them and then look at the smaller boxes that you can probably see the sides of a bit later down. But yeah, it's this is, I suppose this is sort of another introduction to an army project, and it's going to be an army project. Or rather, it's more going to be sort of it's going to be like an all metal. A lot of these, I think they were technically designed as gnomes or something. So yeah, but we can talk about stuff as they're presented. But some of the stuff that's on top, we can go first. Yeah, I'm sat behind the camera and I'm doing it on the end of a bed. I did another army introduction, starting an army project, and it's like I've got some started models on my work table. So yeah, but yeah, this guy he's meant to be he's more dwarf sized, and he's going to be he's from the Woods game from Oakbound Studio. He's under their gnome range, but he's sort of more dwarf sized. He's going to be a Thane. You know, he's got heavy armour. Probably can't see him in the baggie, but he's propped on a big giant double-headed axe. But yeah, he's going to be a Thane commander. And then with this one, you probably can't quite see. Let's try and angle it. Just about see it. You can see at the bottom there's the hammer. He's in a cloak, but this guy's going to be a runesmith. Yeah, because he's got a little flame in his hand. Yeah, and I'm just sort of thinking a lot of the are going to have a couple of runesmiths, and they're basically almost going to be like in wizard's robes sort of thing. And yeah, but yeah, the Woods model. I think a number of my commanders are going to be from that range. But yeah, another double end shield and double-handed axe. Yeah, you can sort of see the socket, so the axe goes across the body, sort of thing. Oh, sort of. Yeah, another Woods model from Oakbound Studio, and yeah, and this guy is, of course, yeah, he's mounted on a big pot-bellied pig, but you can probably see little bits and stuff. Sorry, there we are. See a couple of bits. There's one there, a couple of loose horns there. But yeah, I think he's going to be a Thane, and he's going to be, although cavalry isn't allowed, I think the pig will be so thick-skinned and sturdy that he counts as sort of yeah, counts as some shield bearers. But yeah, he's going to be a Thane as well. Pop him on the cavalry base, and yeah. But yeah, then we get on to some troop types. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, because these are sort of like, I think they're a bit small for actual dwarves, but I'm going to base them up as on 20mm stuff. And I think part of the thing is that although they're going to be gnomes, it's a bit sort of quite how to go about doing it, because I can count them as different sort of things in different systems. Although technically they are, I think, gnomes, you could get gnomes in Warhammer 3rd edition. But beyond that, you don't really get any. But what I think is, for a lot of sort of games, I think what I'm going to do is these can be dwarves, but they can be hell dwarfs. And if you can, yeah, and these are, I got these from Broadsword Miniatures. And there had been a sculptor and caster up around Yorkshire, and these were made for them, and Broadsword Miniatures had managed to get all the moulds, and a few of the next bags are of these. And let me have a look, because I split them all up into batches ages ago. So there's 16 in there, and they've all got spears, and a lot of them have shields. So they're going to be troops. And this next one, whether I count spears as great weapons and stuff, I'll probably do something along the lines of that. But yeah, there's 23 great weapons in here. You can just about see, just below my thumb, like a big Sparth axe sort of thing. And I should really have perhaps opened up a bag earlier to try and show some of the models properly. Trying to do this one-handed, but yeah. And there's 23 great weapons. And yeah, I think I might try and do something along the lines of a themed sort of... This is the Spear and Shields guys again. Trying to get a couple out. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Spears guys again. And which one's this one? Right. This is 22 hand weapons, 2 champions, 1 music and 1 standard bearer. It says there on the leaflet. So these will probably be like ordinary warriors. I think some of these guys I got from I think they were dwarves from the Essex Miniatures range. And I'll try and get this open. A presto. There's another little bag in here. I'll try and get that out. Is anything in this? This is the command section. I think it came with like an already rolled up flag. You can just about see on the right there. Pop that to one side there. 20. I think it's 22 on in total. But yeah. And these are some of the nuts. I can't remember the front Broadsword Miniatures. Anyway, they're not Hinchcliffes. I should really have asked again, because it's been about a year and a half since I bought these. But yeah, there's 22 of them. So and then I've got, what was it, 4 hammerers here. And I think I'd thought that with these guys, because it's that they looked heavier and these were going to be an elite squad, but I've only got 4 of them. And yeah, these are from the same company, Broadsword Miniatures. And yeah, so I was thinking about doing, like, you know, an all metal sort of dwarf army. And I think the intention was, yeah. So I'm just sort of doing some mental maths. There were going to be like a Hills dwarf flavoured army. And in here there's 12 crossbows. So these can be sort of, yeah. See if we can get, I'll move this here so I can use 2 hands. Yeah, and the phone's on a bit of a tripod and it's wobbling all over the place a little bit unless I hold part of the tripod down. So here we go. Try and get a couple of these out. The low one's back to front. And there we go. Ooh, dear. He's still back to front. And that's necessarily focusing properly. There we go. Hopefully that's picked them up a little bit. But yeah, there's 12 of them. And I'm sort of going through these. I've recently got these out of well, it's only earlier today that I've sort of got them out of their storage place. I was on about these guys as of filming. I was on about these guys last night, and I sort of started thinking, you know, it probably is time that I actually did some more actual dwarves. It's Dwarven Moustache, and it's I've done some dwarves and stuff for the woods skirmish. With them, it's gnomes. And I thought, you know, it's probably time to start actually doing some, yeah. These are old Grendel stuff. And I think these are artillery crew. And you can see with, try and split him up in the bag. That guy with, I'll try and move these across. Have a bit of a fiddle, but these guys are, hopefully you can see, yeah, they are an artillery piece crew, and they are from Grendel. I'm going to put these on 20mm bases. I'll probably try and do something along the lines of what are these? Oh, more. Oh yes, it's 3 dwarves for an artillery crew. So between this and the previous pack of 4, there's 2 crews there. And then with this, there is. You can see the cupped spoon bit. That's going to be a grudge thrower. So yeah, I sort of wanted to, because it's a sort of a Hills dwarf and they're probably a bit more primitive, do a sort of a couple of yeah, stone throwers rather than have full-on all cannons. And this is one of the beastie big boy cannons. This one's from Forlorn Hope. And yeah, it's like 2 halves of the cannon barrel here. No, that's the other way around. Yeah, big chunky stuff. And here we go, a dwarf-sized dwarf for scale. So yeah, and then you get the framework and stuff. There, that's a Forlorn Hope one. That's yeah. So yeah, and then I think I mainly only wanted one cannon. So it's although yeah, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a look. Ah, right, let's have a look in here. Ah, and this is one big, yeah, giant arm there. Nah, it's yeah. So I've got, yeah. So yeah, that's another grudge thrower. Although it's going to be, one moment. Here we go. Yeah, the one's going to be much bigger than the other one. That's an ordinary sized one. And there's the other. But there's no artillery crew for that. So yeah, it looks a bit like I've got two sort of two crews for cannons. Yeah. So there we are. Yeah, it looks like I've got two crews for cannons there. Well, one there and one in the other box. There. And yeah. So I might try and... So I've got enough cannon crew. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of a think and stuff, because I think that one's from Broadsword Miniatures as well, I think. And then, let me have a look. These guys, I think, are from the Alternative Armies. And it does look a lot like I generally have more cannon crew than stone thrower crew. But yeah, so I probably need to get another cannon. See about, yeah. There's 4 crew there, 4 in there, 2 there. Probably just need about 2 more artillery crew, another cannon, and that's probably sort of it. But yeah, I think part of the intention is that I go and I'm probably going to try and bulk out some of the troops with more of these guys from Broadsword. I've split them all up. I used to do grab bags where it's a mix, where at least a year and a half ago it was £20 for 20 models. And I'd bought about, I think I'd got 3 bags full. So just a quick bit of maths. I'll just move some of the stuff out of the way. With some of these. So there's 12 crossbowmen, 4 hammerers. I got some Essex stuff, didn't I? There's 22 in there. 22, 12 and 4 is 36. 36, so 36. 59. 65. 75. So yeah, I've got 75 infantry, and I was some of them are Essex miniatures. Some of them are from Broadsword. Yeah, I think getting another small few grab bags of that and then splitting them up so I can balance out some of the units a bit more. Let's see what I've got. And then another cannon, another artillery crew, another couple of models suitable for artillery crew, stone thrower artillery crew rather, and then going from there, seeing what I've got. And I went on, there was Old World Army Builder, and I quite like using Old World Army Builder as a sort of, so I can gather a sort of a bit of a, get a bit of a, a working points limit. And yeah, I have a feeling that I was under the presumption I'd got an extra cannon, and then I'd put all these guys in through, and I'd probably got most of an army, because I know a place. I'm planning on getting some. There are some There are some dwarves, I think, that I think are off. I think they're off Checkpoint Miniatures. I'd have to have a bit of a look again. I'll do a showcasey thingy, my bob, when that comes around. But I think it was off Checkpoint Miniatures. Some of these might be off Checkpoint Miniatures. I'd have to have a bit of a look again. But yeah, there were some models that looked like they would make great slayers. And, well, of course, every dwarf army needs some slayers. And I did have a bit of a think that, yeah, there were some gnomes and then some dwarves and stuff moved in as the sort of aristocracy and the specialists. So it's like the gun crew and stuff. The artillery crews and engineers were actual dwarves, and then the troops and stuff were gnomes. But yeah, I'm going to pop them all, yeah, that sort of thing, and I'll probably bolster the army up. But it's, yeah, these guys and the, I think I factored in 14 slayers, giant slayers, and I think they came up to about 2,500 points. Oh, and an extra cannon. So 2 cannons, 2 2 stone thrower grudge bearers, 75 troops, and some of these guys. Yeah, we're going to be about 2,500 points. Now, I'll try and get this to stabilise a little bit better, and you can see my curtains there. So one thing I did forget to bring across, and I'll show you, is that I've got a couple of miniatures that are already painted. And excuse me while I just get them from the side here, because I'd prepped them and started filming beforehand. Well, I kept them, started the camera rolling before bringing them across, which was a bit foolish of me. But yeah, I've got a couple of guys here that are going to be my leader and my master runesmith. And I've already done a video on these guys, but yeah, this guy is going to be the leader. He is from Forlorn Hope. This is going to be Egil Thunderguts. The axe there. The shield. Yeah, he's going to be Egil Thunderguts. And he's going to be the Dwarf King. He's factored into that points cost I mentioned a moment ago. So is this guy. And this is going to be Stiv Torsten. Yeah. And yeah, I quite like the idea. I quite like the idea that all the rune masters, runesmiths are basically dwarves in wizard robes. I quite like the idea of that. Yeah, quite like, it's sort of like almost like an exiled sort of leader caste that have gone from their yeah, and then found some gnome colonies in the hills and stuff, and probably of the Empire and stuff. But yeah, I sort of quite liked that idea. But yeah, so it's all the guys you've seen here that I thought I had. An extra cannon and 14 slayers, I think came to about 2,500 points. And I had not factored in any sort of anything being equipped with runes and stuff for magical effects. So with runes on all the, like these two, this guy, and these three. Yeah, I'd probably be able to get like about, I don't know, runes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, and then like rune banners and things and stuff. I was thinking about just having these as ordinary sort of troop types and stuff, and yeah, I wanted, these guys, Broadsword Miniatures. He does a land yacht, and I incorporated a land yacht as a chariot in one of the Woods warbands that's a previous video, and I'd like to perhaps use that as, because it's a big go-kart with a sail. You make your own sail for it, but yeah, I'd rather like to try and get 1 or 2 of those as gyrocopters. So yeah, I think without much more, I can probably get about yeah, another cannon, 2 extra rune crew, or was it 2 extra artillery crew style dwarves, 14 slayers, another gyrocopter. Probably can get a 3,000 point army out of these guys. But yeah, I sort of want a couple more grab bags of these, and whether I'll probably try and get 2 land yachts for 2 gyrocopters and stuff. But yeah, so I can bulk out the core troops types and stuff, because these guys with runes applied are going to probably be sort of, yeah, probably going to be a lot of points just there. Saying that there's hold on, I've left another stain on the side there, but he's partially painted. But yeah, I'll show them off. I'll show him off when I finish painting him. Yeah, once I've finished doing all of that, I'll yeah. So yeah, I've probably got about 3,000 points all in all. Can probably bulk it out quite yeah, just a couple of key bits, and I've got 2,500 without any runes. And then yeah, with runes it's probably about 3,000, and with what I intend getting over the next while, yeah, probably can bulk it up quite a lot. But yeah, it's I'll keep you guys updated with all of this. I've got another army project I've started as well. So between everything, I've got quite a bit on. So yeah, and then trying to get a few other bits and stuff done in between. But yeah, anyway, yeah, stay safe, stay groovy.